afternoon, everyone. It is Monday, March 4th, just after 2:20 p.m., and welcome into just a brief update regarding the severe weather activity that we are going to see across portions of the state, not only this afternoon into this evening and tonight, but we'll also see severe weather opportunities for other portions of the state as we head into Tuesday as well. But to start off here on this update with a live view of the current radar, as I mentioned, it's just after 2:20 p.m. now, and we do have a couple of severe thunderstorms that are ongoing out there across northwestern Illinois, from very near the Quad Cities area up through northwestern Illinois near the Mount Carroll area, up towards the Freeport area. We do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. And these storms do have a history so far of producing some hail with them as well across portions of Whiteside, Carroll counties, up into parts of Stevenson County as well. And the strongest of these storms is actually the one up near the Freeport area, where this severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. It does look like there may have been a very brief tornado with this storm just a short time ago, very close to the Freeport area. Did see some picture on social media that there was maybe, potentially, there might have been a very brief tornado very near the Freeport area. This was just within the past 15 minutes or so. However, there is no sort of tornado warning in effect with this storm at this point in time. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Stevenson County, however, for the chance of some hail and some damaging winds with this particular cell across the heart of Stevenson County at this point in time. Heading a little bit further south, as I mentioned, for parts of Carroll and Whiteside County, there is this particular storm here, very near the Clinton, Iowa area, just crossed the border from Clinton, Iowa, into northwestern Illinois. Now, this storm does have the history of producing some small hail with it, and for you folks in parts of Whiteside and Carroll counties, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the potential of some damaging winds and hail with that particular storm. And then a little bit further to the south, down here just to the south of the Quad Cities area, we do have a couple of cells down around here. None of these are severe at this point in time. However, there is a special statement out for these storms. They do have the history and capability of producing some very small hail and some gusty winds at this point in time. So we have seen severe weather activity already start up here as we now push into the middle of the afternoon now across northwestern Illinois. And as we go through the remainder of the day today, what we're going to have happen here is we're going to see additional showers and thunderstorms develop here in the vicinity of a cold front here from southern Wisconsin down through northwestern Illinois, eastern Iowa, and back into Missouri as well here. You can see these storms develop further as we head later into this afternoon and evening here, becoming more scattered to numerous shower and thunderstorms here from southern Wisconsin down into Missouri in the vicinity of that cold front that's going to be sweeping eastward. And then as we move through overnight tonight, you can see how that activity forms into a loose line of showers and thunderstorms as it then will move across much of northern and much of central Illinois from later this afternoon through this evening and through much of overnight tonight as well. And as we move into early Tuesday morning, this activity will continue to impact portions of the state of Illinois here with a continued isolated severe weather risk for some areas with some of this activity even into Tuesday morning. And even as we continue into Tuesday afternoon, we could continue to see an isolated severe weather risk with some of these showers and thunderstorms even down into southern Illinois as we head into the day on Tuesday. But as we move into Tuesday night, that storm system with its cold front and with its showers and thunderstorms, they will clear the state as we head into Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. So things will be quiet across the state by the time we get to Tuesday night. So with that said here, let's just take a quick look at here our severe weather forecast here as we go through the remainder of today and into tonight. This is the forecast, as I mentioned, for the remainder of today and into tonight. You do see we have a severe weather risk across a large portion of the state for today and into tonight. The blue shaded color, that's a level 1 severe weather risk. So places like the Chicago metro area, northeastern Illinois, down through Kankakee, Peoria, Bloomington, Champaign, down through Springfield, Quincy, down to the I-70 corridor, St. Louis, Effingham. All of you folks in that blue shaded color, you're going to see the potential for an isolated severe weather risk. This is going to be from this afternoon through this evening, overnight tonight, and into early Tuesday morning for these areas. You'll also notice this green shaded area across northwestern Illinois, including the Quad Cities area up towards the Rockford area as well. That green shaded area is where you're going to see slightly better chance of a severe thunderstorm opportunity, more on the order of widely scattered severe thunderstorms being possible up there across northwestern Illinois. Now, in terms of threats, damaging winds and hail will be the biggest threats with any severe weather activity today into tonight. However, out across northwestern northern Illinois, we do run the risk of maybe an isolated tornado threat as well for this afternoon and evening. But without a doubt, hail and damaging winds are going to be the biggest threats with any severe weather activity that occurs today and into tonight. Now, as we head into Tuesday, we're also going to be seeing a severe weather risk across portions of the state for Tuesday. This is going to be mostly across southern Illinois from Tuesday morning through Tuesday afternoon and into very early Tuesday evening. We could be running the risk of maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm threat across southern Illinois. The biggest threats will be damaging winds and hail should any severe thunderstorms occur on Tuesday across southern Illinois. So 2 days of severe weather potential across different portions of the state that we are going to be watching for here. So with that said, let's jump into the video chat here, see if we can get to any of these comments and questions that are in the chat this afternoon. Caitlin checking in here from Aurora. Will this activity be heading your way? Yes. As we head into this evening and more so tonight across northeastern Illinois, we'll start to see some of this activity move in with a continued isolated severe weather threat. Sadie, the same goes for you out in DeKalb. As we head into this evening and into tonight, you could see an isolated severe weather threat in your location as well. Jeff checking in from Palos. How you doing today, Jeff? Yes, storms did fire up about an hour or so, a little bit earlier than expected. So not too much earlier than expected, but about an hour or two earlier than what was expected. We do have this severe weather activity. It's now 2:30 in the afternoon now. We do have some severe weather activity ongoing out here across portions of northwestern Illinois at this time. Jesse checking in from Dixon. Yes, you will have a severe weather risk as well for this afternoon and into this evening. Around the Dixon area out across Lee-Ogle County vicinity here. See a question here, will this be a repeat of last week? No, this is not going to be a repeat of what we ended up seeing last Tuesday. This is a totally different setup and a totally different environment for severe weather. We are looking, obviously, at a risk for severe weather today, but the overall risk and threat is not as high, and it is not the same as what we saw last Tuesday. However, that doesn't mean you should let your guard down because like I said, we still are expecting severe weather activity across the state over the next 2 days. Mike checking in, wondering if there's any flooding risk in the Chicago area. We are going to see some showers and thunderstorms in the Chicago area as we move through tonight with that isolated severe weather threat as well. Now, in terms of flooding potential, it has been fairly dry for the most part over the past several weeks. So the rainfall we're going to actually get tonight, today and into tonight and tomorrow across the state is actually going to be welcomed, much needed rainfall. However, if we do see some training of some of this activity, especially for tonight and into tomorrow morning, don't be surprised to maybe see a very localized flooding risk, but no, we're not expecting any sort of widespread flooding potential with any of these rain and thunderstorms across the state over the next 2 days. Sarah checking in from Joliet. You're going to see some shower and thunderstorm activity overnight tonight as well. Isolated severe weather potential. Continuing on here, Jackie checking in from Cook County. Yes, you'll get in on those showers, thunderstorms, and isolated severe potential overnight tonight as well. The same goes for Christine up in the Woodstock area this evening and into tonight. Showers, thunderstorms, severe weather potential for your area as well. The same goes for Tim and Dwight, and the same goes for Candace and Jared in the New Lenox and Ottawa areas, Nicole in the Peru area. Yes, all of you folks will get in on some showers and thunderstorms and isolated severe weather potential as we head into the evening and overnight tonight as well. Jennifer checking in from Rockford. Your severe weather threat is actually going to be late this afternoon and into this evening and into early tonight. So pretty much from now all the way into early tonight is the potential for the Rockford area. You're actually dealing with a little bit of activity just here west around the Freeport area right now. So that activity is not too far away from Rockford right now. So over the next several hours, that is going to be the time frame to watch for the Rockford area. Dan wondering if this is going to sweep through the whole area. I'm not sure where your area is, but yes, these showers and thunderstorms will affect a large portion of the state through the day today, tonight, and into Tuesday. So while not everyone will see severe weather, most locations will at least pick up some showers and thunderstorms between this afternoon, tonight, and Tuesday evening. So most areas will see showers and thunderstorms. It's just not all areas are going to see severe weather because we're going to be dealing with an isolated to widely scattered severe weather threat. Randy checking in from Wyoming out in Stark County. Yes, you'll be dealing with that isolated severe weather threat, especially as we head into more this evening and tonight down around that area. Bill checking in from New Lenox, Joliet area. Candace, Hinsdale, Lori, West Chicago, Courtney, South Elgin. Yes, all of you folks will be getting in on that severe weather as well. And let's just hop back over here to our severe weather forecast just to get some of those questions in here. So once again, this is our severe weather forecast for the remainder of this afternoon, this evening, and through overnight tonight. You can see we are running the risk for a level 1 to level 2 chance of severe weather across the state, and that's for, the coverage of severe weather is going to be more isolated across the level 1 risk area, and it'll be more of a widely scattered severe weather risk across the northwestern Illinois region, as it looks like at this point in time. Samantha checking in here wondering regarding the tornado threat. For this afternoon and evening, it's a isolated tornado threat, a very low tornado threat. We don't want to rule it out, but it is fairly low, the overall tornado threat across mostly northwestern northern Illinois for this afternoon and evening. Other than that, hail is going to be the biggest threat with a secondary risk of damaging winds as well. Lisa checking in here wondering if there's going to be any watches issued. At this point in time, the Storm Prediction Center does not anticipate any sort of weather watches being issued, at least for the next several hours. Obviously, they'll continue to monitor the situation as they are the ones who issue those watches. All right, here. I do see a lot of specific questions from you folks wondering what to expect in your particular town. If you are wondering what to expect in your particular town, I reference you back here to this forecast. Once again, this severe weather forecast is for the remainder of this afternoon, this evening, and into overnight tonight. As you can see, once again, a level 1 to level 2 severe weather risk for today into tonight across much of the state of Illinois. That essentially means an isolated to widely scattered chance of severe thunderstorms for these areas, depending on if you're in the level 1 or level 2 risk area. Then, as we head into Tuesday, we're expecting that isolated level 1 severe weather opportunity to be down across southern Illinois for Tuesday. So not only are we watching the chance for today across the state, but also across portions of the state for Tuesday as well. All right, here. Cindy checking in from down around the St. Louis area. Yes, you could get in on isolated severe thunderstorm potential very late tonight through the morning hours on Tuesday, maybe even into early Tuesday afternoon as well. See Melissa chiming in here mentioning the sirens were actually going off for the Freeport area for a time. Yeah, there is that severe thunderstorm that has passed through the Freeport area. As I mentioned at the start of the video, there was a photo on social media there potentially having been maybe a very brief tornado that occurred. This was about 20 minutes ago near the Freeport area. There may have been a very brief tornado about 20 minutes ago near the Freeport area. However, that storm is now well to the east of the Freeport area now, moving through northeastern Stevenson County, and it is about to move into northern Winnebago County very soon, where there is now a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. As of 2:37 p.m., we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Winnebago County, and then we do still have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Carroll and Whiteside counties as well. The main threat with these storms right now, and the main threats for the remainder of this event, definitely are going to be hail, secondary threat of damaging winds as well with some of this activity. All right, as we continue to go through some more comments and questions here, let me pull back up the severe weather forecast once again, because I do see many of you chiming in on what to expect for your particular town. So going back to our forecast here, once again, if you are in that blue shaded color, all of northeastern, much of central Illinois, if you're in that blue color, level 1 severe weather risk. That means you could see an isolated severe thunderstorm being possible the remainder of today and through overnight tonight. Northwestern Illinois, where you're in that green color, you're already seeing some severe weather at this point in time. That level 2 risk area out across northwestern Illinois, that's where your chance is better for more widely scattered severe weather activity. So slightly higher coverage of severe weather activity likely out there across northwestern Illinois. But no matter whether you're in the level 1 risk or the level 2 risk, hail is going to be the biggest threat today and tonight. Secondary risk of some damaging winds as well. Melina checking in here regarding travel out of O'Hare. Will they cancel flights? As these storms move in to the Chicago metro area later this evening and overnight tonight, definitely could see some travel issues going out of the airports. See May checking in here from Streamwood. Next couple of hours is going to be fairly quiet across northeastern Illinois. So the next several hours, fairly quiet across northeastern Illinois. But your chance for rain, thunderstorms, and that isolated severe weather threat will increase as we head more so into this evening and especially overnight tonight across northeastern Illinois and the Chicago metro area. See several questions here wondering if this is going to be comparable to the last storm that brought the severe weather last Tuesday. No, this is not comparable to that. That was a different setup, a different environment, a different weather environment overall. So no, this is not going to be no sort of similarities to that event from last Tuesday. This is a very different event. Yes, it's still warm outside like it was that event. Yes, we have moisture, but overall the entire setup is fairly different than what we ended up seeing last Tuesday. So no, this is not comparable to what we ended up seeing last Tuesday, and I don't expect it to. I do not expect it to have a similar outcome, that is for sure. Yeah, Cody chiming in here mentioning the latest discussion from the Storm Prediction Center mentions that any sort of weather watch is unlikely at this point in time. Yeah, I touched on that a couple of minutes ago. The Storm Prediction Center does not anticipate having to issue any sort of weather watches, at least for the next several hours as it looks right now. The severe weather threat today and tonight, like I said, is going to be isolated to widely scattered. Usually that's kind of borderline for seeing any sort of weather watch being needed. So at this point in time, no sort of weather watches are anticipated at this point in time, just due to the fact that the coverage of severe weather, more in the isolated to widely scattered range, is going to be a little bit too low for any sort of weather watch issuance at this point in time, as it looks like right now. All right here. So let's just quickly go through a quick summary of things here. So let's go through one of our weather forecast models here just to show you some timing. So as we go through the remainder of this afternoon and this evening, we are expecting additional showers and thunderstorms to continue to develop along a cold front from southern Wisconsin through northwestern Illinois, eastern Iowa, and down into Missouri as well. Then as we head through this evening and overnight tonight, you can see how those showers and thunderstorms try to consolidate into a loose line as they traverse across much of northern and central Illinois this evening and into overnight tonight. So many areas will see showers and thunderstorms between this afternoon through this evening, overnight tonight, and into Tuesday morning. However, the severe weather threat is going to be more on the isolated to widely scattered side, depending on where you live. So by the time we get to a Tuesday morning here, we're going to see showers, thunderstorms from eastern Illinois, east central Illinois, down into southern Illinois, continuing to watch an isolated severe weather threat across southern Illinois Tuesday morning and into Tuesday afternoon with some of the activity. Then as we head into Tuesday evening, we're going to dry out across the entirety of the state. By then, the storm system, the cold front, those showers and thunderstorms will have moved out of the state by Tuesday evening and Tuesday night, and we are going to quiet down. So the main time frame we're watching for across the state as a whole is from now through later Tuesday afternoon. Now, if you're across northern Illinois, your shower, thunderstorm, severe weather threat is pretty much from now through very early Tuesday morning. Central Illinois, your threat is going to be more so from this evening through early Tuesday morning as well. Southern Illinois, your threat is more so going to be Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon. So that's a rough breakdown on the timing that we're expecting across the state. And once again, on the screen right now is our updated severe weather forecast. This is the forecast for the remainder of today, this afternoon, this evening, and through overnight tonight. As you can see, level 1 to level 2 severe thunderstorm risk across much of the state for that time. Now, as we head into Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, we're going to be dealing with that isolated severe weather risk down across southern Illinois across that time. So we're going to be looking at a severe weather risk across the state for the next day or so that we will be paying attention to and monitoring for you. But back to a live look at the current radar here. We're now approaching about 2:45 here this afternoon here on Monday. We do have some isolated severe storms that have been ongoing across northwestern Illinois the past hour or two. And as I mentioned a couple times, we have seen a couple of photos on social media that there may have been a very brief tornado about 30 minutes ago, very close to the Freeport area with the storm here that moved through Freeport. It is now moving northwest of Rockford, going to be coming into the Janesville, Wisconsin area very soon. It is possible that storm did possibly produce a very brief tornado near Freeport. That was about 30 minutes ago. But now here about 2:45, that storm is now well to the northeast of the Freeport area with a severe thunderstorm warning here in northern Winnebago County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for portions of the Quad Cities area. The storm very close to the Moline area right now, capable of producing some hail and some damaging winds with it as well. So that is the gist of it here for this afternoon. We're going to continue to monitor the severe weather threat through the remainder of today, overnight, tonight, and into Tuesday as well. And we will be bringing you additional updates as well, whether it's live videos such as this, and we will also be doing some postings on our social media pages as well to keep you up to date on the situation. But for now, that'll about wrap it up. It is now 2:45 p.m. Here on Monday. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for additional updates regarding the severe weather situation across the state the remainder of today, tonight, and into Tuesday.